Hello, beautiful souls. So I'm gonna piece this all together. So finally, I am excited to have completed the entire Witchy vibe is you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 card, pick a card, reveal. And so now if you are here, you can tune into here, even if this is not specifically geared toward you, technically, because these were participants, right, that had participated in my Instagram feed that get a little additional oracle message for them, if you know what I mean. And so it doesn't matter, you know, if you find yourself here, take with it as it will for you, but know that this was you know, specifics to a certain kind of an individual that I have kept, you know, anonymous, right? Each of you know who you are. This will be timestamped too, so that you can go to your specific message. And this is how it's going to be. So I'm going to give you whatever number vibration it is that is correlated with you in your number, right? Just a few keywords that highlight that number vibration. You can look into that further, you know, if you would like. Your spirit animal message, right, which was what was the extra that you were getting. And then also from the Magic Oracle book, I want you to, prior to getting to the end, my friend, have a question in mind that you would like to know the answers to, or the energies, or whatever message from your highest of selves, spirit realm, you know, you guys, that are going to give to you at this time. And I'm using the Magic Oracle book by Sarah Dwen Greenleaf. I don't know, but either way, so yeah, that's my thank you for you participating on my Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That is I. And so as my thank you, I love you, and that is it. So moving on, so we're going to Roadrunner number 1, right? So number 1 carries with it the vibrations of new beginnings, creation, independence, uniqueness, motivation, forward moving. It's progressive, right? It's ambition, it's willpower, it's a masculine energy to achieve success, strength, self-reliance, pioneer, raw, self-leadership, instinct, intuit, right? So that's just some of the notes that I have for that number vibration. Thank you so much. And Roadrunner number 1. So let us look at the message from Roadrunner to you. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. And you know what's the beauty of this? I'm allowing the message too to seep through, because I sent all these messages to each and every one of you, but I forgot too. Like, I'm glad I did it like this, because it allows for the message to come through to whomever this is. So that's a great thing, you know what I mean? So Roadrunner, what message does Roadrunner have for you? Sorry. Roadrunner, keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. Be silly. Get silly with it, right? It's so tempting to view life in all of its many manifestations, permutations, and variations as something to be taken quite seriously. Yeah, this is exactly the opposite of what you need to do right now, okay? No matter what the situation, look for the humor in it, okay? It may take time to find something, but if you look for it with this attitude in mind, you begin to see the absurdities and ironies inherent in whatever shows up in life, even in the seemingly darkest circumstances. Maintaining a healthy sense of humor about most experiences causes you to be lighter in spirit, to smile unabashedly, and to appreciate life that much more. Turn that scowl upside down by doing what makes you openly laugh. Of course, there are certainly times that require a more serious demeanor. Tragedies or traumatic experiences don't call for cheerfulness and humor. You okay? I think my dog is snoring. Right? In these events occur, appropriate social restrictions apply that demand the expression of emotions congruent with the circumstances. However, these instances are temporary and, like all things, will soon pass. Other than these kind of situations, life's ironies and absurdities abound. Rather than feeling personally victimized by these vagaries, take a deep breath, see the humor in the situation, and have a good laugh. Let's laugh together. So like I am like a laughter fairy, so let's just giggle together right now. Like, to loosen up about something. Sometimes you just need to, right? Loosen up. So, you know, we want to get unstuck. So let's just round and round and round. We loosen up all around. Not saying that you're not loose, but we're learning some more. We're growing some more. We're adapting some more. We're evolving, right? So movements. Movements is key to a lot of things, right? Roadrunner number 1. Right? New beginning, new adventure, those kind of things. Now, do you have your question in mind? You see, for I have the book, the article here in front of me. And you know what that means? I love it, these things. So I want you to think. I'm going to pull to a random page and I'm going to read whatever comes into my sight. And that's going to be the message for you at this time. Now, it's poetry. It's poetry, so you will have to go deep. You will have to go deep. You will have to go deep, okay, my friends? And you will have to figure it out. And you may write it down. I'll give you the page number 2. If you want, you can send me a message so that I can write you the quote that I give you now. Right? That'll be the only way how. Okay. So let me know. Alright, so here we go. Article for your mind, body, heart, and soul. Infusions for your wholeness. Vibrations and frequencies. You know what I mean. Spirit speaks so eloquently for you. Do you know what I mean? So, do you have your question? Do you have a question? 20 pages. So you know that I wrote a book too. It's called The Darker Night Light of Myself. Not that I'm just doing a little mini advert here, but might as well, right? And it turns out, you know, we never know the things that we do when we do what we do, right? Maybe you got a book inside of you, right? Too, right? Come through. Okay, so anyways, whatever, right? So we learn as we go. The rush for me in publishing the book was getting the damn book published. So I have still yet to read my book because yeah, we're growing. We're getting there now, right? But as it turns out, it is an oracle. You can do the same thing with my book, like this, for love messages. So it's on Amazon, and from what I am told from the people that have purchased the book, is that they use it for everyday inspiration and that they feel good when they tap into it. So that's been nice to learn and know. I have it too, and I've used it to that capacity, and that's the amount that I have used it for in reading. I have not read it from beginning to end because I know that the editing witch inside of me is gonna be like, how did you publish such a thing, you know? But it's a poetry visual that is, when I wrote it, it was to be scattered all about, because that is what love is all about. And sometimes it takes that kind of twin flame kind of like feel of it ignite, to take that bite and just be like, whoo, ignite. So that's what that's about, right? Alright, so you can do the same thing with my book, which is really cool. And I actually have it too. Yeah, I have it too. Maybe I'll do that for another one. Not this one, because alright, we're doing this. Okay, what's your question? Because we gotta go on. We have to go on. That could be a message too. Everything is a message here. This is always a channel message. We have to go on. And my eyes go to here. Make feast, therefore, now all this livelong day. This day forever to me holy is. Pour out the wine without restraint or stay. Pour not by cups, but by the belly full. Edmund Spencer, Epithalomian. Page 64, okay? Page 64, second quote down. Zebra, too, but venomous thorns that are so sharp and keen. This is 65, okay? And I guess you get 2 messages, okay? Venomous thorns that are so sharp and keen bear flowers we see full fresh and fair of hue. Poison is also put in medicine, and unto man his health doth oft renew. Sir Thomas White, pleasure mixed with pain. Alright, take with it as you may. I appreciate you in every single kind of way. Thank you for your participate. I'm not gonna get emotional because I already took enough time here, but I just want to say thank you, and truly, you encourage and motivate and inspire me to continue to do what I do. And so I'm very thankful for you, and this was a pleasure to serve you in this way. Thank you. Have a nice, wonderful, every single moment of a day. Listen up, buttercup. Listen up. Moving on to Blue Heron number 2. Blue Heron number 2. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Know that this is even me forgetting who this is. So the message is going to be transcribed as it is prescribed for you, mind, body, heart, and soul. Blue Heron number 2. That will be you. Whomever you are. So from here, you're going to get the number vibration, which I will highlight keywords for you that are going to just be in for an enlightenment for you. At this time, take with it as you will. Thank you so much for your patience. Number 2. The number 2. What is advice for the number 2? You are artistic, highly sensitive, right? So the number 2s, it's about balance, peace, artistry, high sensitivities, harmony, intuitiveness, emotion, partnership, inner strength to support your own goals, right? It's about loyalty. It's about being fixed in certain kind of ways, right? It's about that soulmate, right? That unification too, right? Right, so that's some of that. And then you got Blue Heron. Blue Heron is your spirit animal message for you. I hope this message resonates with you, mind, body, heart, and soul. You can play it back and see however it is that you feel, vibe, and however it is going to be at this time. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate you so very much for seriously participating, encouraging me, further inspiring me to do the stuff that I do, because if it's not for you, like, you know, like, it's what I'm called to do. So I just want to thank you very much. Not gonna get emotional, but thank you very much, sons. Okay, moving on to Blue Heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right, in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Hey, trust your deepest sense of knowing what the right action is and do it. And don't rely on others to tell you what to do or how to act. Not everyone will approve of the decisions that you make. And if your choice goes against the grain of what people expect from you, you'll no doubt run into strong criticism and judgment. Stand still. Look around. Okay? Look around you and breathe. Let's take this moment to breathe together, darling. How often not? One of the very things that has fascinated me about the human culture, population, pretty much every single body I have come encountered or have encountered, the breathing is not right, right? Most people don't breathe properly, right? They're just like shortening their thing. This can be for many diagnosed reasons, as to explanations as to why they think they breathe that way. But this is when you have the opportunity, no matter or despite what kind of other kind of ailments one might have, like shortness of breath or asthmatic, or, you know, whatever the case may be, right? It's about the consciousness, the awareness, the intent to take the time out to let me breathe. Because although it's automatic response to breathe, right? It's systematic. We don't need to think in order to breathe. We breathe. But yet we can still think and then control our breathing, right? So this is your opportunity to breathe. So you sit up nice and tall. Let a lot of shit out. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. don't think it's silly to breathe. I used to think it's silly to breathe, and I used to hide my sound of breath because I didn't want people looking at me. People were looking anyways. Breathe. For is this your power? Right? You breathe. And that is my power. Beautiful. Right? You're powerful. You're doing just fine in spite of others' assessments of you. Besides, your greatest and most fulfilling support will come from that place inside that guides you by revealing signs that tell you what path to follow. Heeding these signs helps your soul be in alignment with Spirit's intent for you. You may have to get both feet in the water and wade through the dregs of other people's disapproval, asserting yourself where needed. Practical optimism and clarity of purpose will always dissipate any tendencies towards cynicism or self-pity. Trust in your inner knowing and let that be the source of your strength to help you keep moving forward. Associations: anatomy, dignity, self-determination, balance, gracefulness, peacefulness, resolve, uniqueness, illumination, independence, boundaries, exploration, fluidity, self-reliance, dignity, deliberateness. Beautiful. Well, I hope that message resonated with you in many profound mind, body, heart, and soul ways. Take it with you however it's gonna resonate. Excuse me. I was just anyways. So now, right, the extra added gift from me to you, just in thanks to you for truly, like, you know, participating, encouraging, and inspiring me to further do this alignment of work that I do. You know, thank you. I'm just appreciative. And so here we are. So now I have the Magic Oracle book. So I have been telling everybody to, in between all of these messages as well, I have a book that I published, The Dark and Night Light of My Soul, that is available for download and actual book purchase on Amazon. That is like this, right? So from what I heard, right, I have yet to read the book back myself, but I do have the book myself. And from what I hear from the people that actually have the actual version of the book, they use it as daily inspiration and they feel good, and you know, it's a lot of healing, good vibes, and you know, it's twin flame inspired kind of, you know, ignite of a storyline about love. So it's a love oracle book too, as well as poetry. So you can use that just like this, which I will do a video for and maybe a live with, and see how that goes. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Either way, so that's something you can look into too, but this is just the same as here. So I was just sharing that with you. So now, what question do you have in mind, my darling? Okay, what questions do you have in mind that you want to know at this time? No, this is a poetry book as well, so it is deep. And I will give you the page number as well if you want me to reference it back for you. Just let me know. Communication goes a long way. And then, yeah. What question or topic or energy or whatever it is that you have, wherever my eyes stop, that's the message for you, Lord. The answer is yes. Oh, may it be that far within my inmost soul there lies a spirit sky that opens with the voices of surprise. William C. Gannett, Listening for God, page 57. So I hope that resonated with you wonderfully. And again, I just want to thank you so much for all that you are, for the work that you do behind the scenes, and for participating with me. And I hope that this serves you well. It was a pleasure and an honor to serve you. And let me know how this was for you. Like, you know, commentary. Thank you. Alright, so awesome. Thank you. Bye. Alright, so we're moving on to Walrus number 3. Beautiful. So each of you, I just want to thank each of you personally. So the thing I keep saying and highlighting to each and every one of you is that since I did it this way, I don't know which of you I am speaking to. So it's wonderful too, because it allows for the message to just transcribe through without the human interfering or getting in the way, because I don't know who's what in that kind of way. So I just want to say thank you for your for your encouragement and your inspiration, for you know, digging my vibes and, you know, encouraging me to do this kind of alignment of what I feel divinely called to do and, you know, contribute in every kind of way. So I just, you know, I'm very thankful in that kind of way, and this is my way of being able to thank each and every one of you by doing fun kind of things like this. So I thank you too for your patience. So I'm going to be giving you the number vibration and this meaning, and you can take with it as it will, and then I will give you your spirit animal message as along with your magic oracle book message. And that's how these are going. I might have to take breaks because there's a lot of yous. Alright, so number 3. The number 3 vibration is all about creative energy. It's idealistic. It's about the powerful mind, right? It's about exerting greater effort, especially in the mental spheres, right? It's intelligent, it's creative, it's witty, it's communicative, right? It's entertainment, it's creative self-expression, right? Number 3, and then you got the walrus. El walrus, walrus, the walrus, the walrus, the walrus, the walrus, the walrus. Walrus. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens, and let them dictate your choices. Signs and omens show up in myriad of ways, from the wind's rustle of the trees that make it seem as if they're whispering to you at a barely audible level, to the rainbow that appears just before an event in which you're participating. When you're pondering any kind of question about your life purpose, I have to take a break after this one, so I won't. I'm sorry, because I'm probably going to get interrupted with a call. Yeah. When you're pondering, or maybe you're going to get interrupted with a call. When you're pondering any kind of question about your life purpose, relationships, career, or even everyday concerns, such as whether to actually take the vacation that you've been planning, you can ask Spirit to give you clear and specific signs. Then watch, listen, feel, and allow thoughts to flow. While you may not always get absolutely clear responses, more often than not, you'll pick up on signs or clues through your eyes, ears, sensations in your body, or thoughts that seem to come from out of the blue. You may even have vivid and remarkably lucid dreams that you can easily recall in the morning. Look for the unusual and repetitious. For example, if you hear someone at the supermarket talking about Phoenix, auditory. Spot a billboard advertisement with the word Phoenix prominently displayed, visual, right? And then recall a period of time when you lived in that city, feeling a calmness and joy, sensations. When you bring up that memory, cognitive, these are all clues. It could be about the city of Phoenix, Arizona, or it could be a subtle way that the spirit guide Phoenix is calling to you, offering this help when you're ending one cycle completely and beginning the next one, as in the metaphor of the phoenix rising from the ashes. Omens are perceived in the 4 ways mentioned. If you don't get clear signs right away, keep your question or concern in your consciousness for the next few days. Journal about anything you find significant and look for repetition. When you see an animal or a symbol of that animal showing up repeatedly, it's most likely an indication that your spirit guide is present. Trust the signs and your discernment of them. As their one significant way that spirit guides you along your path. Associations: fluidity, watchfulness, ingenuity, alertness, transitions, gregariousness, omens, sociability, earth, water, survival, competence, adept, copious, wordsmith, circulation, shamanism. Shamanism. I don't know. But yeah, so awesome. So I hope that resonates with you in whichever degree. My body, heart, and soul elevations, evolutions, play it back as often as you need, for it is life lessening always. I always like to play back things, even when I think I resonate or understand something and overstand something. I am so open to the understanding of comprehending that this level of intuit understanding that I believe to perceive, to have, to conceive in this kind of way that I articulate and try to convey is that it's infinite, it's expansive. This is just one moment of this leveling of dynamics. Even if it was to last for an eternity, it's still open for expansion. You get what I mean? So wonderful. The Magic Oracle book right? So as I've been sharing with each and every one of you, as you wouldn't know, because whatever, like if you're, unless you're watching all of them, then you know, whatever. But you know, Walrus number 3, this one's for you specifically, you know what I mean? I wanted to say that I actually have a book that I published a few years back, called The Darker Night Light of My Soul, right? Which is available for download and also purchase, actual physical book, The Darker Night Light of My Soul, Lovesick mini series, right? That I wrote a few years back. Twin flame ignite, love takes off in a passionate flight. And I have yet to read it all back and stuff like that. But for those people that have purchased it and purchased both, even the ebook and the actual physical book, turns out it's an oracle too. So a lot of people tend to use it because it's poetry and explosion, because it's written in a type of way that is to visually stimulate and light code DNA activate you in a cellular, like, fantastic quantum way. And whatever, so it's kind of like the same thing. So I'm actually gonna probably do something introducing that too, because I have the book here too, and I have used it in that kind of way, and it actually does work. It's a love oracle book, so it's pretty cool. I'm just sharing that with you too. But here is another oracle book that I got from Barnes & Noble. And so, do you have your question in mind? Know that this is poetry, so you're gonna have to go deep, and I'm gonna share with you the page number too. And if you want more of it, so you can ponder and, you know, meditate on it, then you would have to ask, Darlene. But here's the message. You can play it back and write it down yourself. Either way, whatever's gonna help. Okay, so what was your question? What? Or pause until you know. This is Shiva Divas. Some me Shiva Divas. 87. If you have a spirit, lose it. Lose it to return where with one word we came from. Now, thousands of words, and we refuse to leave. Rumi. I'm going to read that back again. If you have a spirit, lose it. Lose it to return where with one word we came from. Now, thousands of words, and we refuse to leave. Rumi. Do you know what I mean, jelly beans? Me either. But that is your message. Page 87. Thank you so much. Let it sit. One more to the left. That's what I hear. So you get 2 messages, my dear. I love the dark race of poets. And yet there is also happiness. Happiness. If I can stand it, I can stand anything. Lewis Simpson. Luminous Nights. There you go. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate you. Moving on to Humpback Whale number 4. Humpback Whale number 4, Quattro. Quattro is your numero, okay? Quattro is your numero. Quattro is your numero. Thought foundations, right? And you, number 4, Quattro. Alright, so yeah, this one. Alright, so I'm sharing with everyone too, which is kind of great and groovy too. Even though now that I'm looking at the amount of animals, I know the 3s. So 3, 6, 9s. And here we go at this time. So Familia Divine, right? But I was saying with the others that with the mix and matches of these numbers and stuff, I don't recall who's who and what's what. So I still kind of don't. Like, because it's all, like, all over, like, and it's on a piece of paper, so I like that, so I can be able to channel this message in any kind of way. So just a reminder, and thank you for your patience, because I appreciate you, and I just want to personally thank each and every one of you, right, for the support and the encouragement and the further inspiration that you inspired me to continue to create this kind of creative dialogue that is fun for me and, you know, enlightening for us all. And, like, you know, it's vibrational, it's a song, like, you know, and it's just, you know, artistry coming to life in whichever single way. And it's just, you know, feels good when you have that kind of support team and soul vibe tribe that comes in and, you know, inspires you to shine bright. Anyway, so thanks. Right, so you got tres animales, right? Tres animales. Humpback whale, zebra, and the grouse, right? So what you're going to get here is you're going to get a number vibration and just keywords for that number and its vibration, along with your spirit animal wisdom oracles, right, that I'll read from the cards itself, and then your very own the magic oracle book just for you, and some explanation with that too. That is what we're gonna do, but we are just going to pause for a moment, please. Hello, I return. All right, so back to your message. So you got number 4, right? Number 4 gives off the vibration of discipline, harmony, dependability, responsibility. It's about maintaining order. It's systematic. It's about routine. It's routine to make dreams happen, right? That's 4, right? That foundation. It's about energy. It's about harmony. It's about cooperation. It's the door to illumination, right? It's initiation. It's to induce practicality. It's discipline. It's focus, right? So that's some of that with the number 4 vibration. And then you got the humpback whale. We're going to start with the humpback whale, okay? Humpback male. Humpback male. Maybe you're humping a male from the back. I just saw some visuals. Let me know. Let me clean the space. I mean, we're not gonna go there. Listen, this is not supposed to be some kinky tarot. Some fun. Some fun with some buns. Okay. Here we go. Humpback whale. Okay, stop with the perversions. Okay. It's too funny. Okay. Oh my gosh. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. In order to diagnose their patients, one of the questions that shamans often asked was when the patient stopped singing. If it had been quite some time, the shaman was certain to recommend singing among other remedies as an essential aspect of recovery. I say that all the time. I always sing out for a vibration. It's great. Like, especially in the car, when I'm driving somewhere, you're off, like, you know, and you have to do certain kind of things. And it's like, all right, I want to get into the alignment of my vibration that I want to be. Let me sing. Symbolic, right? That's your witchy, right? So it's like, I sing for me, right? That shamanic quality of just raising, shifting your vibrations, right? All that's involved when you sing, the fullness, the rhythm of your breathing, the opening of your mouth and jaw, and the soulful and creative expression of your spirit serves to enhance your health and raise your vibrations. Similarly, playing an instrument can touch those inner creative depths that yearn to be expressed through song. Simply listening with your full attention to your favorite tune or melody can also inspire and heal. You know what I mean? Make music as essential to your lifestyle as eating and breathing. You can breach the inhibitions about expressing yourself musically that you've acquired over the years in some very simple and easy ways. Sing, chant, or play an instrument. Take a few voice lessons as a means to shore up your confidence. Let the magical child inside help you rediscover the joy of creating music. Dive in and play. Yay, 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 yay. Right? Association, singing, breathwork, sound healing, sensitivity, alchemy, ancestral wisdom existing deep in you, creativity, inner depths, insight, healing, release, guardianship, one of your rulings. Right? Beautiful. Oh, we're not done. You got 3. Of course you got 3. Zebra. Let's go to zebra. 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 Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. No. Claircognizance. No. To claircognizance is to never doubt. That's what that be about. And if there be doubt, there'll be no true faith in one's claircognizance. Clear knowing what you have. Now let it start showing. Clearing spaces. Whew. Nice. Whenever you venture into unfamiliar territory, it's quite natural to feel some trepidation. Your mind can create all sorts of scenarios as to what can go wrong. Doubts and uncertainties may arise, and the path can seem fraught with challenges and sometimes even danger. You may find yourself stuck at times, fearful about moving ahead, yet much of what we label as fear isn't actually fear. True fear is a vital instinctual response to any life-threatening situation. And it's triggered not only by circumstances or events, but even more so by what you think about those circumstances or events. Stay relaxed yet vigilant, trusting that nothing can truly harm you and that your body will provide sensory information if there is any actual danger. If there truly is any threat, then your instincts will tell you what to do. Whenever you feel an exaggerated sense of fear, triggered mainly by your thoughts, one that has little or no basis in reality, take a few slow, deep breaths. Let's breathe together. Let's breathe. Let's breathe. Let's breathe. Let's breathe. Let's let our hair out. Let's loosen up. You can get high while you breathe. True stories. Right? So, we're going to relax for just a second. I'm going to do this with you. Take the time to do this with you. Right? Beautiful. So, we're going to put one ear to one shoulder this way. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Don't find it silly. Just do it. Breathe. And let it out through your mouth. And the more that you let it out, you're going to feel the expand. And you're going to just drop your head a little bit more, like ear to shoulder. And then you're going to go slowly to the other side, because what you do to one side, you must do to the other. Right? Don't go ask your mother. This is just truth. I'm a mother too, you know. We all are. Whether you're in this one or in another life, right? We've been all kind of things everywhere. So you go slowly, other ear to shoulder like this. And then you take another deep breath in. I'm a little stuffy today. And then you breathe out. And you expand down, right? And then you can do the chin to the chest. Breathe in. I'm a little dry air nose today. Not stuffy, dry air. And out. He gets kicked out of that room over 50 times a day. You're supposed to be breathing. Just do that. And breathe. Spirit says you're getting better at breathing. Great. All right. So that was great. We just needed a breathing moment here together. That was nice. Thank you for participating. Whenever you feel right, so call upon spirit helpers who have provided their guidance and protection before. Reach out to close friends or family members for reassurance and to help you feel grounded and centered. Recall those times in the past when you did feel frightened or were endangered and not only survived but came through intact. You can also relabel fear and instead call it excitement, right? As the two emotions are very similar in the way they manifest in the body. Most of all, trust your spirit guides, your instincts, and your friends to watch out for you. Associations, protection, guardianship, alertness, kind-heartedness, compassion, individuality, compromise, challenge, analysis, illusion, magic, sure-footedness, confidence, changes, agility. Beautiful. And then the last one is grouse. 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 I hope you're liking these messages. These are fun. I'm sorry it took 7 days plus 7 days to get further into this completion of this message, but that is just how life be, and you know what that is because you work a lot. You workaholic just like me. So yeah, you know what I mean? Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. I do this all the time. Let's move our bodies. Let's move our bodies. Let's move our bodies. Let's move our bodies. Let's move, move, move. I'm a big advocate of movements. All see is a lot of the things of how I be so free. We can move however it is that we want to move. Most of the time it's mental. Once we loosen the fudge up, we can loosen the fudge up. Right. So your first experience of life in a physical body was with rhythm and movement. The vibrations of your mother's heartbeat and her voice. The pulsing of her breathing and the fluid movement of the placental sea that enveloped you. You would flow with the harmony of or disharmony of her moods and movements. If you've ever tried drumming or any percussion, dancing, or the two together, you know that there touched something very deep and ancient in us. Something tribal, a deep core to being where spirit and body coincide. Music brings you alive. Rhythm and movement draw a sensual expression and merge with the sensuous world around you. By allowing yourself to surrender to the pulse of whatever rhythm is guiding you, you connect more completely to your body. When you engage in some form of rhythmic dance on a regular basis, you'll feel more relaxed and in the flow of life. So can also recreate and tap into the sensations you felt in the womb, revisiting that place of a no thought where the movement moves you effortlessly. I was always dancing in the womb. I know what I mean, Jelly Beans, because I was like, we getting out. We getting out. That's how true that was. So cut loose and enjoy yourself. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Woohoo! Elevate. Associations, movement, drumming, dancing, sacred spiral, completion, fulfillment, intuition, enlightenment, rhythm, personal power, flow, vision, creativity, healing. Beautiful. So yeah, so thank you. These messages, I hope they were fun for you as much as they were fun for me. Thank you for your patience and thank you for your encouragement, support, and everything. You know, I love you. Seriously. So, you know, thank you. I appreciate you in every kind of way. Thank you for your participation. So yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye. Moving on now. So we are going to number 5. We got spider number 5. Cinco, spider number 5. Hello, hello. How are you, my dear? Thank you so much for your patience. I want to say thank you in every kind of way. Yes, hip hip hooray. So, so spider number 5, thank you for tuning in. 5 is all about change. You got some changes coming your way. That's just a channeling in every kind of way. That's not how this message is going to be, but this message was just coming out for you for free. So thank you for tuning in with me, sir. I do like that I did it in this kind of way in terms of the spirit animal and the numbers, because although I know that who responded to what and stuff like that in this mix-up, and then plus 7 days later of, you know, your like patience too, for, you know, there's a lot of things that I do other than this. Like, if you can hear like just the exhaust in my in my voice, this is my sexy voice. So spider number 5, you know, there's a lot of transformation happening for you at this time. I hear that, like, bursting life. Yeah, so even though I may have known and created this list and everything like that, it's plus 7 days later, so I don't really know who's who and what, so it's mystery for me. So it allows me to trans and communicate and channel for, you know, freely, like without the human saying, oh, I know who that is, or you know what that is. I don't. So it's great. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. I just want to say too, prior to, you know, I get into my channeling, whatever, thank you so much for your support, your kindness, for your participation, and that kind of, every kind of thing, because it encourages me, inspires me, and your energy is beautiful and beautiful. That's what I hear. Beautiful, beautiful you are. Yes, beautiful. So what you're gonna get here is number, vibration, frequency, just, you know, little keywords about the number, frequency. 5 is all about change, transformation, a move, maybe a move of some kind, whether it be in your career field, in your love life, in your, you know, whatever state, place of mindset, like, you know, multi-dimensional we all are. There's a lot of change happening there. And then you got spider, so you're like carefully weaving your webs. You're sewing this time, or you want to sew, right? Yeah, so then you got spider. Yeah, spider number 5, your extra, and then you'll get an oracle message from the book too. And so we are going to do that. Number 5. Forgive me. 5. It's about principle. Yeah, right? It's just about, it doesn't matter. It's just the principle. The principle. The principle of multiplicity too. It's about progression. It's about passion. It's about transformation. It's about elevation. It's about transmutation. It's about change. It's about action. It's about being daring, bold, right? It's non-conventional. Excuse. But if you follow on my social media, you know that I posted a picture of my cat Ebony. My cat Ebony is always obsessed with my daughter, and she drives her crazy. So if you hear any kind of like things in the background, that's just Olivia yelling at Ebony. Stop it. So yeah, it's about being attracted to the physicals, right? It's about the materialism of certain kind of things. It's about your senses and your indulgences, your opportunities. It's about being very persuasive as well, right? It's cool. So, and then you got spider. So we're gonna read the message of spider. Breathe. Woosah. Check it out. Ooh. Okay. You needed that. I'm gonna do some of this too. Cause it feels good. Yeah. 5. Change. You're gonna like it. Especially when you start acting in accordance to your truth. Spider. Like real truth. Real truth. And then I saw a shark. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Ooh, a writer in the house, without a doubt. The pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, triggering a non-unfamiliar and compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing. Whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experience or the imaginings of your fertile mind, each day sit yourself down and pour out the words that come to you. Don't ponder each sentence or paragraph. Just write whatever wants to be written through you. So there's something that you need to express from you, through you, inspired through you, some kind of creativity that's asking itself to speak. And it could be even in the field of work that you're already in. Like, it's just finding your creative spin, or you're doing that already of some kind. Right? It says, yeah, look, don't ponder each sentence or paragraph. Just write whatever wants to be written through you to inspire and enlighten others. You don't need a profoundly complex tale. Start by describing a personal experience, one where you gained some insight that may also be useful for others. However, don't focus on how people will respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing, scripting. You need to start scripting. Ask me about it. You know what I mean? Ask me about it. Alright? Ask me, and I'll know that this resonated with you even more so. Ask me what that's about, okay? Process of writing without judging your work for yourself. Don't judge. Just to create. Creator is you. Write to express, not to impress. Yes! Yes. And attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted either with words, needs for your time and attention, or with, and I hear, and it doesn't, you know, when I know that they speak of writing, but it's just expressing, like it's finding the vocalization for whatever it is that needs to be let out from within you. This could be even in just like holding on to your feelings too, not expressing yourself in your truth, like, you know, just being communicative in every kind of way. And if you find yourself stuck or blocked or not able to communicate that or speak it in some kind of way to those that you need or feel you want to hear it, then maybe you need to hear it for yourself. And that's why writing it down would be something enlightening for you to do, so that you can see for you. It doesn't have to be creative too. It could just be communication with you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Okay. In attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted, either with others' needs for your time and attention, or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are the product of judgments and shame that you were subjected to during childhood. Just write that down too, right? A powerful way to release these habitual and self-limiting thoughts and feelings is to write about them in a story form, right? As you do so, don't hold back anything, right? Beautiful. Through such catharsis, you heal those words that had originally wounded you. Associations: creativity, wisdom, weaving, balance, storytelling, writing, connectedness, inspiration, femininity, nurturing, communication, imagination, individuality. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. So now, the other part of this I wanted to share with you was you asking a question, right? Having it in mind, and then I going from a random page turner and reading to you whatever comes to my eye at this time. I'm going to give you the page number 2, and if you want the entire message, like if you don't want to play it back or write it down, you know, and you just want to know what it is so that you can meditate on it, because it is poetry and it does go a little bit deep, so it's just something for you to be reflective and introspective about, then that's why I'm referencing it in this kind of way, so you can ask me, and you can send me a message, you know, because I love you. So and I was also sharing with those that are on here that I actually have a book that I've written that that it's available for purchase and download on Amazon.com. It's called The Darker Nightlight of My Soul, right? I wrote this a couple years back. I have yet to read it back. It's the whole purpose of the book was to get it published, right? So in my own you know, crazies, I have yet to work up the maturity to read it without being overly critical. But from those that have purchased it and have shared with me, and that have purchased the ebook and the actual book itself, they love the actual book itself, right? Because it for them is like an oracle book. So it turns out to be truth, right? It's like a love oracle, because it is love inspired, right? Like that twin flame ignite, like shining bright poetry and explosion kind of thing. And so when you do have the book, because it is also for visual effects, the way that I wrote the book was creative explosion. So the words are all over the place and you follow in that kind of way. So when you open, it is an oracle in every kind of way. So I use it for that now. So like that, I have yet to read the book from beginning to end, but I use it as an oracle, my friends, and that is very much true. So I just wanted to share that with you. So go ahead, ask your question in your mind. You know what I'm saying? At this time. Yeah. So if you're interested in my book, all the information is in the description box below. And you can have a love oracle. What is your question? What do you want to know? What did you need to solve? If you need to press pause, then do. But be clear, you know what I'm saying? Let's be the truth. Here comes an article message for you. Behind each eye here, one glowing weather roomy. Figuring it all out, no problem. Giving it all up, no problem. Giving it all away, no problem. Devouring everything in sight, no problem. Diane Di Prima, no problem, party poem. Page 131. Thank you so much. As I said, I appreciate you in every kind of way. Thank you so much for participating in this kind of way. And encouraging me to continue to do what it is that I do. I love you, and let me know how this resonated with you. Thanks. Hello. Hi. So this is moving on to Spider and Camel, number 6. And so here is your special message. So as I've shared with everyone else previous to this message, is that what I like about this is that thank you, one, for your patience, for waiting for me to deliver the whole entirety of this message that took plus 7 days later for me to finally be able to sit down, that I'm literally sitting here like exhausted like determined to get through, because I have so many of you to get through too, and then I have to piece it together and stuff like that and put things together to get it done, which I hear that there's so many pieces and pieces of parts for you too in getting a lot of the things done that you need to do, and sometimes that could be discouraging for you, but you can do it. You can do it, and you have the reserve to do it, right? Granted, so what I was saying to everyone else was that I like that I did it this way, and now it allows me to deliver whatever message, channeled message is going to be received to you without the humor and perspective, because I don't know who it is. So that's great. So this is how this is going to go down. I just want to again thank you so much for your support, your participation, your encouragement, your inspiring me to continue to do what I feel divinely called to do. And I just want to thank you. Your energy is greatly received, and in honor of you, it is an honor to serve you in this kind of way. So this is me saying thank you in our kind of way, in this kind of way, so thank you. All right, so moving on. So this is how we're going to do this. So you're going to get a number vibration keywords with that number and its vibration, and then you get your animal messages, right? And you get 2, right? Because 2 cards flew out for you, and that's just how it be sometimes. And so I took it and I was like, all right, that's your message, that's what you get. So that is what you get. You get 2 cards for that, which is great. Woohoo! And then you're gonna get a magic oracle message as well, which I'll explain after. Right, so moving on now to your number vibration, which is 6, the number 6, right? The number 6. Forgive me, but we're good there. The 6, and the number 6, and the number 6, the number 6, the number 6, 6, 6, and number 6. Okay. I took notes. Thank gosh that I did that, because had I not, like, imagine 7 days later I'm remembering all these kind of things. But here we go. So it's about the maternal energy, the number 6, right? It's about the feminine, higher wisdom, highest the wisdom, right? It's one of the most harmonious of energies. It's one of the most harmonious of frequencies. It's compassion, it's understanding, it's warmth, it's harmony itself, right? It's the homebody energy. It's focus. It's about relationships. It's about family. It's about friends. It's fighter for ideals, principles, right? It's about truth, order, and justice. It's about the economy of things, the balancing of things, the justice of things, the opportunity to learn new things, right? It's about responsibility. It's about material gain. The power of the thoughts giving rise to all things. Beautiful, right? So you got spider and camel. So you got spider and camel. We're going to go with camel first. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Sometimes it feels like you're journeying across a vast, lifeless desert that stretches beyond the horizon with no end in sight. Tripping across the seemingly barren landscape before you, your thirst for comfort and solace during these times can most readily be satisfied by looking to your inner resources. All the experiences you've had in your lifetime, the challenges you've successfully faced, and the wealth of knowledge you've accumulated can be called on to not only cope with any type of adversity that presents itself, but to help you move forward with courage and determination. First, identify where you want to go and then proceed slowly, steadily, and deliberately toward that objective. As you move along, cast away your fears, doubts, and hesitations whenever they arise, letting the four winds lift them up to the sun to be burned away. Yes. Ease your mind and heart and know that all is well and that you're protected at all times. Call upon those helping spirits who have assisted you up until this point in your journey. You have what it takes and you will get through this. Associations, I hear get through anything. Anything and everything. Resourcefulness, determination, steadiness, fortitude, endurance, stamina, focus, optimism, containment, centeredness, adaptability, equality, justice, strength, survival, replenishment, positivity, accomplishment. And then you have spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Another writer up in the house. Of course I would have drawn writers into my, magnet field over here, right? The pulse of creativity is especially strong right now, triggering a not unfamiliar and compelling desire to express yourself through creative writing, whatever it may be, creative expression, you know what I mean? Whether or not the tales you weave are true, whether they're based on actual experience or the imaginings of your fertile mind. Each day, sit yourself down and pour out the words that come to you. Don't ponder each sentence or paragraph, just write whatever wants to be written through you. This can be art too, you know what I'm saying? To inspire and enlighten others, you don't need a profoundly complex tale. Start by describing a personal experience. You have a way of expressing yourself through your art, whatever that art may be, whether it be writing creatively, drawing, or making something that speaks through you, that kind of thing. One where you gain some insight that may also be useful for others. However, don't focus on how people will respond to your story. Instead, just enjoy the process of writing without judging your work or yourself. Write to express, not to impress. In attempting to write, you may find yourself easily distracted, either with others' needs for your time and attention or with those negative thoughts and beliefs that are the product of judgments and shame that you were subjected to during childhood. A powerful way to release these habitual and self-limiting thoughts and feelings is to write them down in a story form. As you do so, don't hold anything back. Through such catharsis, you heal through those words that had originally wounded you. Alright, so these are associations. Creativity, wisdom, weaving, balance, storytelling, writing, connectedness, inspiration, femininity, nurturing, communication, imagination, individuality. Sorry for the noise in the background, but Ebony drives my daughter crazy. Ebony's our cats. So the next part of my thank you to you is using this magic oracle book, which also I want to share with you about my magical oracle book that you can purchase, that I downloaded. I was listening to the noise in the background. I got distracted, so forgive me right there. A few years back, I had published a book on Amazon, The Darker Nightlight of My Soul, right? So in that, it was just, getting the book published itself. That was the whole push, right? So I have yet to read this book back, right? So that's the whole part of the story. I have not ever read it back because it's just nerve-wracking, right? So I'm growing in my own emotional maturity in this development. But for those that have purchased it with the ebook and the actual book itself, I have learned, and I have it too, so I have used it in this capacity and understand that it's true what it is. But when I wrote it and I published it, it was never with that kind of intention, and now it's evolving into that kind of intention. So it's kind of cool, like when you see the development of certain kind of things and how it can be made to be understood later. Like, you'd be like, oh wow, what? Like, okay, that was what that was all about. Okay, you know, whatever. So this poetic, you know, thing, the darker night light of my soul, twin flame inspired spark of poetic explosion all over the pages. And from what I hear, most people that have both or have experienced the book, they say they appreciate the book over the ebook, because the book, the way that it was written, is with creative explosion to depict the words wildly. Like, that's what love is. It's wild, right? So it's this poetic stream. But what it turns out is that a lot of them use it for random page turners and everyday inspiration. So that's how they use the book. And I have the book and I use it like that too. So it is a love oracle book too. So you can literally you know, meditate, you know, with the divine and ask whatever it is that you want in your life at that time, and you would receive your love oracle message for that moment. So it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do something with it, so hopefully you'll be able to catch that out too, so that you can see what I mean by that. But yeah, it's cool. So this book kind of highlighted that for me, and I was like, oh, let me start talking about mine too, because this is kind of cool. So this, I'm introducing you to ask your question, dear. What is it that you want to hear? What is it that you need to know? This is a random page turner like this. You can pause me if you need until you get your question. Also here in face clarity, right? Clarity is power. Clarity is your power. So we're gonna ask that, right? So that's great. Right? So confidence. Ooh. Right? So that's great. So ask a question. This is poetry too, so if you want, I'm gonna give you the page number and whatever in reference if you want me to send you, you know, whatever it is that you need, because you want to meditate on that too. It's something to go deep. It's very not like some of it is cryptic in every kind of way, but you know, we like that kind of things here. So that's great. So ask a question. Here we go. Where my eyes go. He thinks the moon is a small hole at the top of the sky, proving the sky a quite useless for protection. He trembles but must investigate as high as he can climb. Elizabeth Bishop, the man moth. Oh, the answers lie within. This is 153. The other one was 152. 153. The answers lie within. Why should we doubt before we go? To find the knowledge which shall ever last, that we may there each other know. Can future knowledge quite destroy the past? Sir William Dibnot, Song, Indaman, Porter, and Olivia. And that'll be that. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that I was able to serve you in every positive kind of mind, body, heart, and soul infusion, kind of holistic kind of way. Thank you for your participate and your inspiration and your vibration and your energy and the work that you do behind the scenes and all that you do. I hope that you continue to participate, and I hope that this served you well, and I look forward to hearing your resonance. Thank you so much, and now I'm going to move on to number 7. Hi. You are the Roadrunner and the Honeybee. You got two. You know what I mean. Two. Number 7. Roadrunner and Honeybee. You are going to get a number, vibration, keyword, enlightenment, highlight. And then you're going to get your spirit animal wisdom. Then you're going to get your oracle book, oracle. And then we're going to part ways. And that's how it's going to be. In every kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, 1 second.